Okay, I realized that I needed to, well, I wanted to update my planner for the next quarter, and I reused all the planners that I can. So you don't have any old planner pages anymore. So came to Hobby Lobby. We came over to Hobby Lobby and I'm gonna check out first clearance, of course. I don't know if I even have it in me to buy full price anymore. I try to keep it to such a minimal budget, but let's go in and see what we can find. we have returned. Um, we ended up going to Hobby Lobby, like I said, but then we also went to Five Below. There was some, I think the little clips of that. Let me show you that because that was smaller. We just, my daughter found this fuzzy little diary journal with a lock and keys. And so with two brothers, she felt this journal would be a step up than the one she has now, which doesn't have a lock and key on it. Didn't every girl have one of these when they were little? Maybe not fuzzy, but like the lock and key thing. I remember my older sister had one at one point. I just thought it was the coolest thing. Here comes the AC. I'll be right back. Okay. And then I bought my son a planner for next year. My oldest uses a school planner. He's my high schooler, so he needs one to keep track of his studies and things like that. We've tried a couple of different ones. The one that he really likes, this year didn't, he wanted to try something different, something simpler. So I found this one over at Five Below for him, and it's super plain. I mean, it's got some good information in here, but it also is super simple to follow along. Maybe plain was not the right word. It's undated, and so he can, whenever we decide to start school, he can go ahead and date it. And then the weekly gives space for subjects and activities, and then checklist already there, or he can fill in a time if he needs, like if he has an appointment or something like that. And then Saturday and Sunday are considerably smaller. And then towards the end of the month, I thought there was a like recap or something like that, but there isn't. So that's something that we'll probably want to add in. There is some note pages at the end of the book, and then I think this one is the one at the front. It had room for you to keep track of your community hours, or I'm lying. Yeah, it's got room to keep track of your community service, which is great for high schoolers to have that in there, and then the type that they do keep their hours organized. And then for my youngest, a little sensory thing that we picked up for his sensory toolkit was this little water timer keychain. So it's on a little keychain. We're putting together a refreshed sensory kit for him that I can keep in my bag. I had some stuff that he's kind of outgrown, and I do like to switch it up every now and again just to keep it fresh for him. And so this was one of the things that we purchased for him. It came in two different colors. They had like a purple and pinkish one, and then this blue and green one. So we picked this up for his little toolkit as well. Okay, on to Hobby Lobby. So when I go into Hobby Lobby, I need to know that chances of me just getting just what I said I was gonna get, probably slim to none. But it's okay, it's always a good time, lots of fun. They have some adorable signs. I was so close to buying the laundry sign, but I stopped myself from getting that too, so I don't know. I picked up, well, a lot of it was impulse purchase, right? So we picked up 3 types of seeds that were there. These say heirloom seeds. We got these little baby tomatoes, Roma tomatoes, and then snap peas. We'll probably not put these in for this year. I don't think these are for our area fall type things that we can grow, but I'm going to put them away, and then hopefully we'll be able to plant these next year. I also picked up for the kiddos the summer stuff, and the summer and spring stuff was 75% off. And I don't remember if this was summer, but this is a 3-in-1 ultimate sidewalk chalk game set. So my daughter saw it. I was actually picking up something else for them. The original price for this was $14.99, but because it was 75% off, it came out to just $3.75. And in here is just 12 pieces of chalk, 1 puck. So this little thing, I'm assuming 1 sandbag, and it says 4 cones. I guess they're these small little things here, and then they can draw out the games that go with it. But even if they just use it for the chalk, we just thought it was cute, and so we grabbed this for them because it was such a good deal too. Other random bits that I picked up were these bookmarks, cross-stitch bookmarks. And so this one I think is paper, or like really thin cardstock. So it says cardstock bookmarks, 8 pieces of baker's twine, and 1 instruction booklet. Oh man. I don't know about y'all, but running errands just really tires me out these days. So these are the patterns that they have. But there were a couple other ones that I had saw on Etsy, and I don't know if these are too small for them, but I wanted to try those. We'll see. I just thought I've been wanting to have the itch to pick up cross stitch again, and I just thought these would be fun little projects that I could do that didn't seem too daunting. I also found these two. This is what I wanted, the like cloth or the fabric type without the lace around the edge, but they only had these with the lace around the edge. There was 2 of them. This was the only one that was marked $2.99. The others were marked $3.99, so they didn't look like anything was wrong with this, so I picked this one up. These were $3.99 in case you were wondering. And then I'm laughing because I tried to put it back, but I had shown a picture to my husband and he was like, just get them. So I got some dinosaur earrings. How cute are these? Oh man, when I was younger, I loved dinosaurs and I knew like their full names and not just the little like T-Rex, Tyrannosaurus Rex. Like I knew the big Latin name, I guess. I don't anymore. I can't remember. But these were adorable and they were marked nickel free. So I was super excited because I mentioned it here and there that I have some allergies that we found out, some chemicals and metal that I was allergic to. There was a dye, a metal, and a chemical. So fun, not really. Stuff that I have to avoid. And then for the planner stuff, so I did purchase planner stickers. I have been trying really hard to be on a very low planner budget, like spend very, very little. And I was keeping track. I think that I'm missing a few entries, like 1 or 2 Etsy purchases that I did. So I will have to list that on in the back of my calendar. In the back of my planner, I was writing down how much I spent in the year just to see where I was at. So these were marked $8.99. But the Paper Studio was 40% off, so it came out to $5.39. Okay, for the planners. I did end up purchasing 3 planners. All were on clearance, so that was good. But then when it came home, I was like, did I need all 3? I'm still not sure on that. But I purchased this. They're all 18-month calendars. This one is their vertical hourly layout. I'll do a flip through of the 3 that I got at the end here in case you haven't seen these before and you want to see them. I'm not sure. I'm assuming that there are probably flip throughs on here, but these were all on clearance, like I said, so that's why I think there's already flip throughs. Anyways, this one was marked $3.49, and like I said, they're 18-month calendars, so it goes from July 2022 to December 2023, so I could use September through the end of this year and not have to redate if I want to. So I purchased this one. Right now I'm using a Franken planner and I have 3 sections in there. One is for my like everyday catch-all, another one is for my content creating, and then the last one is for my health and wellness type stuff. So both mental and physical health, I jot notes down in there. I will try to link, I know that I set up each section separately, so I'll try to link some of the videos in the description down below, or at least one up in the card for you if you want to see how I set them up. And then I think what I'm going to end up doing is doing a setup of the next quarter with these new ones separately because it's going to be too long in this video. The next one that I purchased, like I said, they're all 18 months, but this is actually their wellness planner. This is the cover of it. It says Nurture Mind, Body, Soul, Nature. And this one was also $3.49. So these 2 were both 18-month, both marked $3.49, but this last 18-month was marked $5.25. So I'm not really sure what the rhyme or reason was in that. There were a couple of other ones that were marked $5.25 as well. I'm sure they had a system, but I couldn't figure it out. So this one is their Faith Planner. I really liked the pink disc on here. That's my favorite color, so it's probably a sucker for this one. Plus, it's a Faith one, so I knew that the dividers were just going to be, you know, scripture based and really nice, and so I picked this one up as well. This one Oh, originally it was $34.99. I guess that's the price for all of them when they're brand new. Yep. Anyways, this one, like I said, was marked $5.25. So if you want to see the flip through of these, I'm going to go into that now. I'm just sitting on the floor and I just wanted to get you a flip through these, you know, so I didn't clean off the desk and do a whole thing. So here is the faith one. This is pretty. It says Psalm 46:10, be still and know that I am God. And this is your, you know, where you get to put your name and stuff, but that is gorgeous. I will show you, well, let's just show you the whole shebang. So here's your 2022, 2023. Like I said, these are older. That's why they were on clearance. But these pages are simple enough to find free online, like a year at a glance or 2 year at a glance, and then you should shrink it down to, I think it's like 83% maybe. And then it should hole punch into your happy planner and be the classic size. That's what this is. And then they have these perpetual calendars in the front. And then we go into the end of July. Here is their monthly wrap up. You have prayers and thoughts. And then down here, important dates. Here, set a faith-filled intention here. Remember simple blessings. And then recognizing God's hand in. And then you can fill that in here. He counts the stars and calls them all by name. Psalm 147:4. These are so pretty. And then you go into your monthly view, and here is what the faith planner layout looks like. Sorry, I'm a little crooked there. So up here, they do the SOAP method, which stands for scripture, observation, application, and prayer. So the P is missing here. Silent prayer if you're using this, or you could add in more pages, I guess, and write your prayers out if you wanted to. But they have it, the way they have it designed is scripture reading plan and keywords. And so you would put, I guess, what you read and keywords that you had or something like that. And then here is your observation and here is your application. And then here their sidebar just says focus. This week, these are lined, and then this is dot grid. I use it right now in a different way. I use this top portion as, I've used it a couple of different ways. Sometimes I've used it as gratitude. Sometimes I've used it, right now I'm using it as a sort of checklist. And then here typically is where I kind of recap my day. And then down here, I've used it as a habit tracker. And right now I'm currently using it as things that I feel like maybe God may be whispering to me. So that's how your weeks look. And then you go into the recap, and here is the next month. So I'll just show you really quickly the dividers in case you can find. This is really pretty. This says be still, and it looks like it's the beginning of the Gospel of John. But I was saying, in case you want to go and check out your Hobby Lobby and see if they have any faith planners in there. I don't know if any of the other stores, let me know if you know if any of the other stores carry the faith planners as well anymore. I have not been keeping up with Happy Planner news for a while now. But I just, when I switched over back to Franken Planner, I went to this. I really would have liked to maybe purchase from a smaller shop, but I knew I could find these on clearance and I would have all the pages printed. So we went this route. And then here is the end, the back here, Plan a Happy Life, and then the back page or the back cover matches the front. Okay, now this one is their wellness, nurture, mind, body, soul, nature. Here's your nameplate, same thing. And then you go into their recap is similar to the one we just saw, but this one says, write an encouraging note to yourself. And then the important date stays the same. Here it says how I'm strengthening my mind, how I'm strengthening my body, and what I'm loving about myself. And then dwell in the possibility, cozy blanket, just a cozy scene here. So I haven't used a wellness planner in a while. I think I was still using, when I was using it, was called the fitness planner, not the wellness. So this will be interesting. Here's your monthly view, and then here is how it's broken down. This is similar to how the fitness planner was broken down, but I think they just changed the sides up here, what they said. So here it has weekly check-in where your lines are, and then the dot grid again. Up here is intention. Here it says nourish, and they're blank, they're not lined or anything like that. Here is movement. And then here where there's square grids, it says take note, and then you have different ones. Reflecting on, today was, thankful for, focusing on, looking inward, daily gratitude, and loving this. And I think it's the same, yeah, every week. Okay, hopefully the shadows aren't too distracting, but here is the last one. This is their hourly vertical, I believe. And it just down here says 2022, 2023. You've got your same nameplate and perpetual calendars. The monthly wrap up says, it's got the month, and then the square grid here says priorities and goals. This is lined, and then important dates, and this is just dot grid all the way through there. Here's your monthly, and then this, I think I really liked this, and this is why I picked this one up. Oh, it's got a little bit dirty here. That's okay though. Set goals for this month. So right here, number 1, set a goal. And then number 2, action steps. 3 ways I expect to achieve this goal, and it's got 3 bullet points for you. And then 3, reflect. What worked last month, and how can I carry out those strategies into this goal? And then it repeats it here. I really like that, because when I look back on goals, I want to see, or when I reflect on things, what worked and what didn't. And so that's kind of how my mindset works. And then we've got things to follow up on, and it's got 4 kind of a quadrant here with bullet points and then lines there. And then you go into your week, and your week, it's really simple. This one doesn't have very much color in it. It's got a focus in this gray shaded one here, and then daily habit. And here it says it's important to dedicate time to take care of yourself while working from home. So I didn't realize that that's what it said there. When I was at the store, it was, with the plastic bind there. But here it's got, this is a working remotely layout. The little page here just said vertical hourly layout. It didn't have that. So, I mean, it's not a huge deal, but it says that on every week. And then you've got 2, I guess, highlighted areas, dot grid, and then this week's list. And so you've got a box, 2 checkpoints, and then it goes from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And then it just repeats throughout the whole thing. So here, I thought it said do it yourself. It says do it for yourself. I was like, wow, okay. So that's going to do it for me. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today and going along, I guess, as we went to Hobby Lobby, Five Below, and then finally got planners. Like I said, I will get the quarterly set up, hopefully coming soon for you, once I figure out what all I want to use and what I don't. So I will leave you with the parting thought. If you don't know, or you just need to be reminded, may please be the one to tell you that you are deeply and truly loved and so, so appreciated. I appreciate you taking your time out and spending it here with me. Thanks so much for watching.